Hey guys, what's going on? Son of Chelsea back here again for another video, and it's going to be a top 5. This is going to be, in my opinion, 5 strikers Chelsea could sign or bring back, because I'm going to offer different solutions in this list. I'm not just going to suggest players that Chelsea could sign on a transfer from different clubs. I'm going to talk about players that maybe Chelsea could bring back on loan, and also another solution that Chelsea could use to fix the striker problem quickly. Number 5 is going to be probably the flavour of the month, the flavour of the season, the man who's really taken the Premier League by storm this year, Jamie Vardy. He's been probably the fairy tale story, coming from the lower leagues all the way to the Premier League in recent years and scoring lots of goals and being a big part in Leicester's success this season, leading them to the top of the Premier League at Christmas. He scored an amazing amount of goals from them. He scored many goals, 15 in total for Leicester City in the Premier League, an amazing amount for them, along with Riyad Mahrez, been one of the key players. And one of the great things about him is he does work hard. He gives you the same work rate every game. He hassles the defences. He really does work hard, and I think that's something that fans can appreciate. Also, he has shown that he is technically very good at scoring goals. He's a goal scorer. In front of goal, he can be clinical. You give him one chance, he can score, and that has been this season. On the flip side to this, I think it will be very unlikely we can get Vardy from Leicester. Why would Leicester want to sell Vardy, one of their best players this season? And really, because they've had such an amazing positive start within that club to the season, do they want to sell one of their best players? It would really sour the atmosphere and the mood at that club. We've seen many times as well, a player who's doing really well at like a smaller Premier League club, when they move to a big Premier League club, they can't replicate that form. Andy Carroll was a prime example of this. Had a brilliant start to the season in 10-11 at Newcastle, scored loads of goals for them, looked like a quality striker. Moved to Liverpool in the January transfer window for a big price tag, 35 million, and never replicated that form for Liverpool. So will Jamie Vardy be the same, or do you think he's different? Do you think we can actually sign Jamie Vardy? Let me know in the comments. Number 4 is Vardy. Now, this was a player that Chelsea were linked with in the summer, and I think that he could be a good striker. Also, he is a young striker, so I think that is a positive for him. Also, I think long term it can be a good solution. He has shown that he can score many types of goals. As I say, Chelsea were interested in him in the summer. The problem is he is Inter Milan's captain, so to get him off a club like that really is going to be more difficult. He's not just a striker, he is their leader, so really he is a crucial player in their success. It's going to be difficult to sign Vardy. I think I'd love to see him come to Chelsea. I think long term he can be a really good solution. Number 3 is going to be Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Now this guy, I know on my Chelsea career mode he's a beast. In real life as well, he is incredible. He is such a good player. He is young as well. I think that's the biggest part to play in this. I think he is a young player. I think he is a player that is continuing to develop, continuing to be one of the hottest prospects on the scene at the moment in European football. Continues to score goals for Borussia Dortmund, a place that continually brings out good young players, and I think personally this would be top of my list. The reason that I put this third is because I think realistically I think it would be difficult, but if there's one player that I really do think Chelsea should try and go all out for in the January transfer window, if they do have intentions of signing a new striker, Aubameyang should be that target. You are looking at a price that's probably going to be 25 million and above, because of course he is a key striker for them, but at the same time I would love to see Chelsea go in there and sign Aubameyang. The problem is, will Aubameyang want to come to a club that probably isn't going to have Champions League football? Of course, we know Borussia Dortmund currently playing Europa League football, but I'm sure Aubameyang wants to make a move to a club, in his opinion, that does have Champions League football. Number 4 and 5 are both players that Chelsea actually cannot sign. The reason being is they actually are contracted by the club. These are 2 players who I feel could help our solution out. Now, I know people may disagree with this, but I personally think these 2 solutions are ones that are not going to cost Chelsea any amount of money, or at least not the amount of money that it would cost to bring the 3 strikers that I've just listed out. So, number 4 is bringing back Patrick Bamford from Crystal Palace. He's barely playing for Crystal Palace. When he went out on loan there, we thought he was going to get good game time. Of course, Crystal Palace are doing well this season. He's found it difficult to get barely any game time. And to be honest, he's pretty much doing what he probably would be doing at Chelsea, just sitting on the bench. But I think I'd like to see him come back. I know I don't expect him to come in and play loads and loads of games. I just like to see him come back and be given chances in the FA Cup, for instance. Say on January the 1st, we bring back Patrick Bamford. I'd love to see him play against Scunthorpe. I'd love to see a situation like that arise where we can start to play young players. I'm very much for bringing through youth in the team, and I think Patrick Bamford deserves his chance. And if Chelsea can, in that contract, somehow bring him back to Stamford Bridge, I'd love to see that. Number 5 is a player that most Chelsea fans have been calling out for to start recently, because he looks brilliant at the moment. He looks like a player who really does want to commit and looks way better than Diego at the moment. So it's Loic Remy. Loic Remy for me does deserve a chance at Chelsea. He deserves a run at number 1 striker. For me, he deserves to be the first choice striker, because Diego Costa consistently this season has proved that he is not at that level that we expect of him. From the showings I've seen of him scoring against Leicester, consistently showing that he really does seem like he wants to take the chance, deserves for me a starting place in the team. As I say, long term, is it a good solution? I'm not sure, but he is a Premier League proven goal scorer, and many times I see him play, very limited chances he has, he does impress me. For me, he deserves a run of games in our first team, and then he can prove, is he really a good enough striker? So that has been my opinion, guys, for this list. Leave your solutions. Who do you think Chelsea should sign as a striker, along with other players you feel Chelsea could sign in the summer as well? Solutions to the problem. So thank you guys for watching. Follow me on Twitter at SonOfChelsea, and I'll see you again.